ǹjẹ́ mo kí wa ní gbogbo ibi tó ṣeé ṣe kẹ́ ti láǹfààní láti tún máa gbọ́ mi káàkiri níbi tí afẹ́fẹ́ ìkànnì Wo Ìbílẹ̀ TV níbi tí ń fẹ́ dé lórí ètò yín ètò gbogbo wa kókó kòkò tó ṣúyọ bó ṣe ń lọ káàkiri nínú àwọn ìròyìn ilẹ̀ wa ẹ ti mọ̀ wípé òjò làwa o a ò bẹ́ nìkan ṣọ̀tá ẹni tẹ́jí wá ilé jí pa ǹjẹ́ ẹ tún wà nǹkan fìdílé lónìí tàbí kẹ́ ẹ fìdílé nǹkan ká tún jẹ ọgbọ́ tuntun ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ wípé bọ̀dá Bobrisky àsọ́dí àǹtí bọ̀dá kí láàmú báyìí ṣé bọ̀dá ní kámú ni àbí àǹtí Bobrisky wọ́n tún ti yé wọ́n pọ́n kán wọ́n tún ti mú wọn o Bobrisky ń bọ́ láti wàhálà kan sí kejì ẹnìkan ní I don't know the reason why he's leaving a problem to another I pity her kọ́nà kó bá a sànú Bobrisky ni why we arrest Bobrisky immigration service ìdí nìyí o tá a fi bọ̀bí ta ni Bobrisky yìí ọkùnrin kan tí máa ń múra bí obìnrin tó sọra ẹ̀dọ́bìnrin tó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ cross látọkùnrin lọ síbi obìnrin ẹni Bobrisky ń jẹ́ o lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí ni fẹ́yì dákman tú àṣírí ńlá kan nípa bọ̀bí wípé ẹ̀wọ̀n tó lọ kò ló ẹ̀wọ̀n o wọ́n kí bọ̀dá lọ ṣe lápàté wọ́n ní apàté bọ̀dá gbà sọ́rí àǹtí èwo láàmú báyìí he or she wọ́n ní apàté ni wọ́n lọ rè gbà tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe fàájì kó tó di pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn là ń jẹ́ ńlẹ̀ kó tán kó tó di pé Bobrisky àmọ́ ń tó lè ṣe tó fi wá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń he ní sẹ̀mẹ̀ bọ̀dà wọ́n ń he o wọ́n ti padà he Bobrisky o ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ní àwọn ayé ń sọ ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni bàbá ní ká sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ọmọ wa ní lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àwọn àníṣọ́kọ́ ọmọ yẹn ní òṣèdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ káwálà ní ìfilẹ̀ ilẹ̀kẹ̀ sídìí ọmọ wa kánìdí ọmọ ẹlòmíì la fẹ́ mú ilẹ̀kẹ̀ la fẹ́ fi sí ọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀bí wọ́n ní why we arrest Bobrisky immigration service kí ni díẹ̀ tí wọ́n tún fi gbé Bobrisky o wọ́n ní àjọ èyí tó rí sí ààlà lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà èyí tá a mọ̀ sí immigration service ní àwọn ti mú o ọkùnrin tí máa ń dẹ̀sí bí obìnrin Idris Okuneye aka Bobrisky wọ́n ké Bobrisky náà ni wọ́n mú lónìí ní sẹ̀mẹ̀ bọ́dà láàkó tó ń gbìyànjú àti sápò lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ẹni tó jẹ́ agbọ̀rọ̀sọ fún àjọ ọ̀hún èyí ni DCP Kenneth Udo iná ló ní arákùnrin náà ló jẹ́ pé wọ́n pé ó fún ẹnìkan ní pásítọ̀tì rẹ̀ láti lọ rèé bá a sáyìn ẹ̀ wọ́n pé bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ti tẹ̀ o immigration service ní àwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ Bobrisky lọ́fún yọyọ táwọn ó sì gbé lọ táwọn ó sì gbé fún àjọ èyí tó tọ́ láti máa tẹ̀síwájú nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún wọ́n ní ìdí gan ní pàtó tá a fi lọ́wọ́ tó Bobrisky ni pé ó ń jẹ́jọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ o kódà nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà wọ́n ké bọ̀bí ń jẹ́jọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọ́n nítorí rẹ̀ làwọn ṣe é pọ́n kàn o tí àwọn sì fi sọ́dọ̀ àwọn fún ìwádìí tó pọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tilẹ̀ sọ pé immigration àwọn náà fẹ́ jẹun ni wọ́n fẹ́ lámbẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ jẹun owó Bobrisky ni wọ́n ṣe tún tì mọ́lé ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí Bobrisky ṣẹ̀ yìí ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni rárá kìí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ìròyìn mi jáde àwọn àjọ tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn àjọ tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé kalẹ̀ láti bojú wò wípé ṣé tòótọ́ ni Bobrisky lọ sùn ta very dark man iná ló tú àṣírí ńlá kan pé Bobrisky ò sun prison nígbà tí wọ́n fi rán ní prison wọ́n pé apàtẹ ló lọ rẹ́ǹtì tó lọ rèé sùn sí now ìjọba àpapọ̀ wá set up panel wípé ẹ lọ ṣèwádìí ṣé apàtẹ Bobrisky ń skul ni ṣé pé apartment fún ni àbó sunú ẹ̀wọ̀n àbọ̀ ìwádìí wọn rèé o torí ṣé ẹ̀rẹ́ mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí oníròyìn a máa ń ṣèwádìí tọ́ bí nǹkan bá ṣe ń lọ tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ wo inú ìròyìn Punch tó jáde lónìí ibẹ̀ ni mo ti rí ìròyìn ọ̀hún kà o níbi tó ti ní Bobrisky did not sleep outside the prison during his jail term FG panel Bobrisky kò sùn ìta ẹ̀wọ̀n o láàkó tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ ẹjọ́ rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tí ìjọba gbé kalẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Bobrisky ni wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún jáde kí ló wá fà á tí Bobrisky fẹ́ sá lọ nígbà tí àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tí ìjọba gbé kalẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní kò sùn kí ló ṣe é àwọn ohun gan ni wọ́n ń sà sí Bobrisky ẹ̀yin wọn gan lẹ fẹ́ pa ọmọ ọlọ́mọ dànù ọjọ́ kan ló bú ẹkún ó lóun para àwọn dànù ó ní I cannot take it anymore nígbà tẹ́ ti frustrate ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ẹ ti fẹ́ frustrate ẹ̀ pa kí ló ṣe fún yín èyàn múra bí obìnrin ló múra bí obìnrin ni èèyàn lè ṣe tó wù lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà. Now àjọ èyí tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé kalẹ̀ èyí ni Minister for Interior lábẹ́ aláṣẹ fún iléeṣẹ́ yìí tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́lé lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà Olúbùnmi Túnjí Òjó ó ní Idris Okuneye lẹ́yìn táwọn ẹ̀mọ́ sí Bobrisky iná ló jẹ́ pé ọdún 6 tó lò lẹ́wọ̀n iná ni látàrí pé ó náwó orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà nínàkúnà ẹ̀wọ̀n rẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní August iná ló fi sùúrù parí rẹ̀ o. wọ́n pé ẹnìkan tí orúkọ rẹ̀ jẹ́ social media critics Martins Ote tá a mọ̀ sí Ferry Darkman iná ló gbìyànjú àti fi léde voice note kan èyí tó jáde pé ṣe ni Bobrisky sanwó kan èyí tó tó 15 million naira fún àjọ tó rí sí ìwà àjẹbánu láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n gbé allegation tí wọ́n ní fún láti drop ẹ̀ against ẹ̀. wọ́n ní bákan náà ni wọ́n ní Bobrisky iná ló jẹ́ pé ó ní àwọn lọ́gàálọ́gàá àwọn mẹ́mbà àwọn bàbá àṣàlẹ̀ ní correctional center tó sì jẹ́ pé oṣù 6 tó lò lẹ́wọ̀n wọ́n pé inú apáté ló ti lò ó. Ferry Darkman iná ló ń fi ẹ̀sùn kan Bobrisky báyìí o. wọ́n pé on September 30 the Minister for Interior constitutes a panel to investigate the matter lábẹ́ Magnanin Ajani nígbà tí wọ́n ṣèwádìí lọ ṣèwádìí bọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wà nínú ìwé ìròyìn ọ̀hún. àwọn tá a jó níròyìn àìmú ọ̀rọ̀ lórí bákan náà a kì í sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bóyá a gbọ́ voice note tàbí ẹnìkan sọ nǹkan kan. No, we have to look for evidence. àwọn tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún àtà jẹ́ oníròyìn àwọn làá máa ń lò ń ti akólé máa jẹ́rìí máa jẹ́ irúfẹ́ Darkman báyìí wọ́n lè ṣú ẹ̀ fún damages, wọ́n lè ṣú ẹ̀ fún information of character torí pé ó ti fi hàn pé Bobrisky inú cell ló sùn. wọ́n pé pẹ̀lú bí ẹ̀sùn ọ̀hún ṣe jáde ìgbìmọ̀ tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ ọ̀hún ni wọ́n ní Bobrisky kò fìgbà kan kò fi ọjọ́ kan sùn tá báyìí lásìkò tí ó wà lẹ́wọ̀n. nígbà náà wọ́n ní panel náà sọ pé oríṣiríṣi evidence ni wọ́n mú wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe mú meal ticket tí fi ń jẹun àti àwọn nǹkan míì tó fi mọ́ ibi tí ń sùn sí tí wọ́n mú wá pé Bobrisky ò fìgbà kan mọ́ sunú ẹ̀wọ̀n láàkó tó wà ní Kuje correctional center. wọ́n ní Bobrisky ló yẹ pé wọ́n gbé kúrò ní Kuje correctional medium custodian kó tó ní wọ́n gbé lọ sí Kirikiri ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó látàrí pé ibẹ̀ yẹn ti fún àti àwọn ààyè èyí tí Bobrisky ò rí láti dúró. wọ́n ní Bobrisky iná ló jẹ́ pé wọ́n gbé lọ sí single cell ẹ̀wọ̀n èyí tó dá dúró tó yà sára ọ̀tọ̀ látàrí wípé ó ní nǹkan mọ́ bí lára ó lọ́yàn wọ́n yẹ káwọn máa fi sí mánsẹ̀lì wọ́n mọ̀ tẹ̀ ní ibi ọyàn. wọ́n nítorí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n yẹn fi Bobby sí single cell. wọ́n pé àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí ará ọ̀rẹ́ sì wá físìtì Bobrisky láàkó tó wà lẹ́wọ̀n. wọ́n ní Bobrisky ò sùn ìta rárá o inú ẹ̀wọ̀n ní sùn o láàkó tó wà ní ẹ̀wọ̀n. wọ́n ní kò fìgbà kan sùn ta. àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé kalẹ̀ láti investigate ọ̀rọ̀ Bobrisky àwọn náà padà gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn síta lónìí gan. kí ló wá fà á tí Bobrisky sá lọ? why did Bobrisky want to flee the country? èmi ló dé tí ara ifẹ̀ tó ifẹ̀ fẹsẹ̀ fẹ́ ó ló ti jẹ́ ìbéèrè àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lónìí. mo lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí àwọn immigration service wọ́n ti hold ẹ̀ ní ransom, wọ́n ti gbé ìpamọ́ sọ́dọ̀ wọn, wọ́n sì ní àwọn handover ẹ̀ lé iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá lọ́wọ́. wọ́n nítorí pé kò lè kúrò ní country yìí látàrí wípé wọ́n fura sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tí ìwà kan tàbí kejì èyí tó kù díẹ̀ káà tó ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. wọ́n pe afurasí sì ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà fún díẹ̀ yìí kò lè họ tàbí sá tàbí kúrò lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà láàkó tó ń jẹ́ oríṣiríṣi ẹjọ́ lọ́wọ́. ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ń dán Bobrisky kí lọ́mọlọ́mọ ṣe fún yín. Bobrisky ń kojú pọ́n náà yan mo mọ̀ pé the time will pass over. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àtẹ́lu Ferry Darkman wọ́n ní tiẹ̀ náà ti pọ̀ jù kí ló dé. Ferry Darkman alágẹmọ tí ń ṣe kí ọjọ́ ikú pa o à ń bọ̀ sí ọ̀pọ̀lọ́ tí ń jẹra ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ pọ̀pọ̀pọ̀. ní kẹ́ ẹ má ṣe investigative journalism, no, ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí evidence tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. ṣùgbọ́n ilẹ̀ ń yọ o ẹnìkan kọ̀rọ̀ jáde Ọlọ́ládé Adéníkẹ́ Adéyẹni ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ò bá ní wọ́n kọ́. kìí ṣe mi mo sọ̀rọ̀ yìí jáde o, arábìnrin Ọlọ́ládé Adéníkẹ́ Ayẹni kì í ṣe mi mo sọ̀rọ̀ jáde o, tẹ́ bá ń fi sùúrù tẹ̀lé wa. Ní tí mo sọ ni pé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tí ìjọba gbé kalẹ̀, ṣé dáa ti ń gbọ́ ètò yìí, ẹ jẹ́ á máa fi sùúrù gbọ́, so ti yé, so that ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá ń sọ kò ní máa takora wọn, kò ní máa jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ń tako làákàyè tàbí ń takora wọn. Ní tí mo sọ ni pé ìgbìmọ̀ tí ìjọba gbé kalẹ̀, mi ò sọ pé Bobrisky pé bóyá ó ṣe àbí kò ṣe, a lè sọ pé ó ṣe ọ̀hún tí tó bá tó ṣèwádìí. Very dark man lè máa sọ̀sọ́kúsọ lẹ́nu, ó lè máa parọ́, kò sí nǹkan tí ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀, yes. Tó pé wá jáde látẹnu very dark man, it doesn't mean it is right. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ gbé ìgbìmọ̀ kalẹ̀ láti ṣe ìwádìí, ààbọ̀ ìwádìí ìjọba àpapọ̀ lè mí sọ o, èmi ò sọ pé bóyá Bobrisky ṣe àbí kò ṣe, kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí mbẹ̀, yes. It is not my duty. Ìjọba ni ó sọ bóyá ó dá o, ó jẹ̀bi ẹ̀sùn o, ó ṣẹ̀ o, kò ṣẹ̀ o, or it is not my responsibility. Àwa kí ló wá dé tí wọ́n fẹ́ sá kúrò ní country? Ìbéèrè tó kù tá a mọ̀ bíra wa lọ́la nìyẹn. Tèmi àti yóò jọ ṣèwádìí pé kí ló wá dé, bóyá wọ́n tún wá release official message mi tá a fi mọ̀ dé abá gan tí Bobby fẹ́ họ́ dànù.
More details have emerged on how popular crossdresser Idris Okuneye, also known as Bobrisky, was arrested at Semeboda on Monday. Witnesses told the news agency of Nigeria that Bobrisky arrived at the departure axis of the border post around 1:30 a.m. on Monday in a black SUV Mercedes-Benz. According to the sources, Bobrisky was first stopped by the port health officials on duty, but the driver didn't stop until he got to the immigration checkpoint. Idris handed over his passport to the driver for stamping at the Nigeria Immigration Service post. The immigration surveillance officer, identified as Yusuf, while going through the passport, detected that the person inside the vehicle was Bobrisky. He called the most senior officer on duty to the scene, and they secretly invited the controller of immigration, Seme Command, Mr. Mohammed Adamu. The surveillance officer then went back to invite Bobrisky for capturing in order to stamp the passport. On getting to the surveillance unit for capturing, he was taken to the controller's office for questioning, a source told the media. Another source told NAN that Bobrisky's lawyer later came to Seme to inquire why he was arrested by the personnel of the Immigration Command. Bobrisky stayed inside the controller's office until 4 p.m. when he was taken to Lagos State Command of NIS for further investigation. The source made this known. Recall that NIS on Monday confirmed the arrest of Bobrisky at the Seme border. The police relations officer of the service, Mr. Kenneth Udo, said Bobrisky was arrested because he is a person of interest over recent issues of public concern. Udo, in a statement issued in Abuja, said, in keeping with its commitment to securing the borders, NIS intercepted Bobrisky at the Seme border over an attempt to exit the country. He said that Bobrisky was undergoing interrogation and will be handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. Controversial crossdresser Okuneye Idris, otherwise known as Bobrisky, is currently in detention at the Force Criminal Investigation Department Annex, Alagbon, Lagos State, where he spent the night in a cell at the police facility. The source who confirmed the development to our correspondent said further directives were being awaited regarding Okuneye's case, adding that he was taken to the FCID for safekeeping following his arrest by officials of the Nigeria Immigration Service during his attempt to exit the country through the Seme border. The source said Bobrisky was brought to the FCID Alagbon around 10 p.m. on Monday. Immigration arrested him at Seme border and brought him for safekeeping. He is in detention at the FCID Alagbon. He was arrested on Sunday, detained overnight, and taken to the FCID Alagbon around 10 p.m. on Monday. He is still at the FCID. Confirming Okuneye's detention, the spokesperson for the FCID, Lagos, Mayegun Aminat, during a conversation with our correspondent on Tuesday, said he is detained at FCID Alagbon. He is with us, and we are to get a remand to keep him in custody today. It had been reported that the spokesperson for the NIS, Kenneth Udo, in a statement on Monday evening described Okuneye as a person of interest over recent issues of public concern. In keeping with its commitment to securing the borders, Nigerian Immigration Service intercepted Okuneye Idris Olarewaju, otherwise known as Bobrisky, at the Seme border over an attempt to exit the country. He is undergoing interrogation and will be handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. The service assures the public that it will continue to be civil and professional in its statutory responsibility of manning the country's borders. Udo made this known.
Then you don't talk plenty talk. You will go prison. Do you realize, guys, do you realize that a lot of people feel that Bobrisky's going to prison was unnecessarily harsh? Do you guys realize that Bobrisky's going to prison was unnecessarily harsh? Who else agrees? It was unnecessarily harsh. Even Bobrisky. But you see, that prison where you don't go, you can't tell people say you don't go onto bragging rights. Many people did the same thing he did and walked. It was unnecessarily harsh. They should have given him the option of a fine, in my opinion. Now you have learned. You've been to the prison and you've come out. You can't go there, tell people say you don't go to prison. You can't make the someone or guy of prison or guy of police or guy of FCC. Dude, cut the talking. Cut the talking. And that's for every one of us. Listen and learn. Now, everybody that believed that you were unjustly sentenced now believes that you have to go and serve the sentence you unjustly served. How do you put yourself in that kind of trouble? People believe, I guarantee if you carry 100 people, out of 100 people, to 60 believe that Bobrisky was unjustly sentenced. I'm saying the sentence was harsh. The sentence was harsh. They should have given an option of fine. Who believes that Bobrisky's original sentence was too harsh? Raise your hands. Who believes that Bobrisky's original sentence was too harsh? Let me see. Everybody so far. Josh Esek, Faith, Shades of Grain. Everybody's raising their hands. Even on TikTok. Everybody believes Tolu Honiki, Ifin Wankwo. Not one person has said they don't believe that their sentence was. So Bobrisky you had people's sympathy. You guys are not getting my angle. Bobrisky had people's sympathy. Even though people do not agree with his way of life, even though people do not agree what he stands for, they all agree almost unanimously that the sentence on him was harsh. They should have given him a 20 million naira fine and let him go home or put him on house arrest. That 6 months in prison was harsh. It's not the harshest possibility, because the harshest possibility is the 6 months and the fine. So we do the two. But you should have given him a fine of 20 million and told him to and put him on house arrest. Amen. So people were sympathizing with Bob. I felt sorry for Bob. I even called my lawyer and I said, bro, what can be done at this stage for this guy? The comment section say 20 million is too much. So where he wants him, he go find them. But make it that they send down the arrow down of make it go look for 20 million. You don't understand what they talk. Make it run the errand up and down of going to look for that 20 million. Make him body day ground is better than make the lock come. Let me tell you something. If they give somebody like Bobrisky option of 20 million naira fine or 6 months in prison, wallahi Bobrisky go pay that 20 million. He go pay that 20 million. Most people will pay any amount of money to prevent them going to prison. And that way, the state can now get some money. You know what I'm saying? When person go prison, now federal government money go chop. You go chop their lights. You go chop. But when you pay a fine, that 20 million can be used to take care of 400 prisoners. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So why I'm advocating for a fine is the fine will prevent Bobrisky from being a guest at a government. Do you understand? So much more sense. But you see, that prison sentence was now given to Bob. Bob now served the prison sentence. He now snitched on himself. Now he's now running through Semeboda. They've now arrested him. Caused so many own goals. As in, it's like a match was played. Bob was put in the middle of the field. And he was supposed to play for a team. And Bob has consistently scored like 12 own goals. First of all, you hear that it is illegal to spray the naira. You go spray them. Now, you don't already put yourself unnecessary trouble. And it don't feel sunjet, don't feel porara. Person where they want fried chop, they rub himself. So one of the things that we need to learn from this Bobrisky saga is stop scoring own goals. It's a very important point. Now, you've put yourself in trouble. You've now diligently served the sentence that was before you. You now drag files and in papa. You need to understand that people love Falz because of his input into the people's struggle. Let me tell you, it takes a lot to bring down somebody like Falz that has fought for the people before. If it's somebody like Daddy Freeze, people not send me because I not to fight for people. Now, church, my own purpose, not to remove religion as the thinking process of the Nigerian. Amen. So you can't go mention Falz with your mouth. Waiting concern you. I said, how do you talk so much to somebody you don't know? Ruby Black said, normally we don't send you. Just like nobody send you, Papa. I did look your account now. You be like who they lie in state. We did have been time bound. Normally we don't send you. Oku Town Council, who sent you? See, head like Tinkoriko. Normally we not send you. Who send your papa? Ilibi. Smelu. Come out for here, Joe. See, I want to say a prayer for everybody listening to the sound of my voice today. Nirogun far. We will not see the war of using hand to pull things to ourselves. Ogun afowo far. Bobrisky is his own village people. Bobrisky is his own village people. Say this prayer. Nirogun afowo far. It's like Bob offended somebody, that person can't shake me for him. Because this to me now, as it started with you spray money, before you know it, they don't put hand for your matter, before you know it, you don't go confess, before you know it, you don't go prison, then only you can't go prison, can't call person, can't tell and say you don't go prison, can't involve files, Papa. As in, how do you do this? Then they can't tell you, say make you apologize to files, Papa. Then you can't talk, say no be you still talking. Then they say immigration. Bob is the weapon fashioned against Idris. Please pop my money if you're enjoying the live. Please, please, please. This entertainment bragging, I get it. I get it. I get it. So, I want to... Now, he did this for social media relevance. I would rather be unknown than to be known as the person who ruined his own chances. So I have a few people. I'm going to bring a few people onto the conversation so that they can say one or two things. Please remember to be respectful, because you are not just respectful to me, you are respectful to other members of the audience who are watching live. So please kindly don't send me a request if you are in a badly lit place, or if you don't have good network. Please don't send me any request. Somebody say, what if Bobrisky prank us? So police to prank now. So I have Marigold with us right here. Marigold, how are you doing? Marigold, copy like say your network was past my own. Bad past even my own.
Daddy, please.
I did hear you. Okay, what is your take?
Nigeria network. Good afternoon. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Marigold. How are you going? How are you doing?
I just came in. I'm fine. I just came in right now. I just saw the topic, but I know join from the beginning, so I really don't know anything I want to talk because I just joined right now. Like 10 minutes ago.
Okay. When you know the topic, call me back then.
Okay, thank you.
All right. God bless you, my sister.
Thank you, sir.
Those of you who know the topic, I beg, make you not come put mouth. Those of you who know the topic, I beg, make you not come put mouth. I don't know how to add people on Facebook. I've really struggled with it. I want to add people on Facebook. Let's hear if anybody wants to join on Facebook. Let me even have some people on Facebook. Okay, we have somebody here on Instagram. Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook and you want to join, please send a request. Facebook. Go ahead, my brother. What are your thoughts?
All right. Good evening, everyone. So, Daddy Freeze, it's an opportunity to be here with you. According to what you said, basically,
yes. Good evening. I hear you.
Bobrisky is the major issue. Bob is the one affecting Idris because this whole issue started from when he got the award, and then after the award, I believe he would have declined the award. Now, for him not to decline the award, and then the whole paparazzi, the whole frenzy that came with the award, okay, fine. Moving on, he would have just apologized to Femi Falana, that the Sun. Just apologize in peace and let peace reign and let everything just go, just like that. But you don't agree, apologize. One day, bob up and down. There's some things you do that you cannot even try to you can't run away. This Nigeria we do. As people they complain say Nigeria be like this, Nigeria is like this, Nigeria is like that. If Nigerians, if the law enforcement agents want to do the right thing, they know what to do. They know how to go about it. They know what to do. So you can't just think you can do some things. You've been doing it, you have been doing it. They cover them, but the thing don't turn past, they don't go beyond. That's not beyond what they can cover him. So this is just him, is the one. I just pray it gets over with this. I just pray so. I pray so. That's what I have to say, boss.
I also wish him well. I don't have any problem with Bobrisky, and I don't wish for anything but we cannot continue like this. Somebody has to learn from this very terrible.
He talks too much. He talks too much.
Ronke, how are you doing? Ronke, welcome to the live.
I'm fine. How are you? I have to come to where the light is today.
Yes, welcome.
I'm listening to you everywhere. Listening to you on Facebook, listening to you on Instagram. Like if not only that the freeze day on social media. Make our off one, I beg.
How are you doing? My former classmate and colleague, if I got that correct, Atilola Gumbiade. Atil, I don't know if I can see you. His mom was my boss in BCOS for 5 years. While he was my colleague, we went to uni and secondary school together.
Wow, welcome.
So he's also on the line. I don't know if he can hear me. Atil,
I think the network
is very bad. Anyway, my sister, what are your thoughts concerning this Bobrisky matter? As the police and the immigration service have now said that they apprehended him at Seme border in a public statement, and they've now said they're handing him over to the relevant authorities. What are your thoughts? What do you think he did wrong? What do you think he can do to correct the situation? And what's the way forward, in your opinion?
You see, you have said it all, to be honest, but now let me just chip in something. You see, with Bobrisky, the only problem I can identify with him at the moment is it's so hard hard. This is coming from our Yoruba adage that says it's always hard to straighten a smoked fish. You understand? It's always hard to straighten a smoked fish. He has been getting away with a lot of things in our society because of this godfatherism. Okay, sometimes they don't know when to stop because these people who's been backing them up always make them feel like they are so untouchable. Okay, until it backfires once in a while, which is not always backfiring because they are these people. And you should have been wondering some years back, as in, waiting this person chop, where they make them stand gidigba to anybody, anytime, they beat chest for anyone for our society. You will be wondering what is the backbone? Why are they always like too confident in misbehaving in the society? And they always get away with it. Me, solo but somebody get away with you know that you get away with get away with anything like that. Where you get away with anybody. You know that adage in English. So it is because of their backbone. That is what pushes them. That is their motivation. That is they just feel untouchable. They feel invisible to do a lot of things. Shay, you remember in case one time when in do party where they want to shut the place down for you. You remember that year?
I was invited. I still have the invite at home. I was invited.
Okay. So why couldn't he be detained then or arrested or anything? Because of all this fatherism backing them up. The authorities, they swept him then. Have you forgotten? They went to shut the place. They went to do a lot of things. They wanted to apprehend him. All this, nothing could be done. And he was beating chests, talking to everybody, talking down on everybody. Why? Because the godfathers are there. The godmothers are there. So this one, all I could see is simple. So the godfather or whoever is backing him up is telling him, the way these people are taking these things, you know, if you can jackpot, because the thing has turned to Nigeria as a whole. I'm trying to avoid some word in English here. This word don't become societal, you don't become social media, you don't become flexo. Say, you know, if you feel your idea, it go better for you. They are trying to tell him, the power no reach like that, because of the noise now. So, but with this one, that they have apprehended him again, you have said it all. Bob is disturbing Idris. Bob, Idris today. Bob, Idris today. Because I go say why Idris ni. Wala to why. Bob dey padà lẹ́yìn Idris, unfortunately. Bob àti Idris 5 and 6 ni wọ́n. Until tomato ti wọ ẹ̀wọ̀n tí ò fẹ́ lọ yẹn. Bóyá tó bá wá dé ẹni àwa dákẹ́ díẹ̀. Kí ni èèyàn ṣe ń lọ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń dé tó ń sanra tó tún wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa bú wa ní society? Ṣé rí pàwọn agan ò lẹ́nu lé fádà wa mọ́ ń sìn? So the point now is, the question you ask is, Kini Morisi Boshe Munsin, the case will go forward. Social media, Basheman Sope Akon Rojolo social media. Social media is powerful. Social media is powerful. It's a powerful tool. I'm telling you. If not for social media rants and the noise, you think but social media wanting experience power of social media right now that you can't underestimate. You can't underrate social media anymore like those days. Now, no, social media is getting more powerful in our society, and they have to respect that. And my cases don't carpet that but nísìnyí wọ́n mọ̀ pé àní dákẹ́ mọ́. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé àní dákẹ́ mọ́. George gan ti ń súnra kì í sìn, ọlọ́pàá ń súnra kì í, governor gan sìn, ó ń check ara ẹ̀, don't watch everybody ń sìn ni. Àwọn ọmọ Twitter ò ní ìyá wọn ní bàbá wọn rán anybody. Tí bàbá wọn bá gbórí sí wọn tọwọ́ bọ̀ lójú, àwọn ọmọ Twitter wọn kò sí wọn rán age, wọn rán status. So nísìnyí tí Facebook bá dákẹ́, Instagram ò ní dákẹ́, tí Instagram bá dákẹ́, Twitter máa gbé gbóná ni. So nísìnyí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wọn ò ní choice than to answer us. Idris ló fọwọ́ fa gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, because even gan tó bá tún tẹ́, if you notice at that stage wọ́n ní kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ Fálànà yẹn, the case will have been off again. Kí ló stop irú Bob yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Fálànà? Kí ló stop ẹ̀? Kí ló stop lọ́yẹ̀ láti ẹ̀ tí bá kọ statement tó máa kà? Tó máa it wasn't like that, I'm sorry, or I didn't mean it, it was misconstrued, it was, it was misconception. That gbogbo ẹ̀rọ àfọyìnbó àtúnṣọ pé kò gbòyìnbó ni pẹ̀lú òyìnbó rọ́ tó bá tún sọ ń bẹ̀ gan àtúní ẹ bóyá kò
We would have
yé ni.
just settled the matter one time for all.
Exactly, we will have laughed over it. Kí ló múru bọ́ọ̀bù yẹn máa feel too big láti dẹrù Fálànà? That tells you àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn àwọn people yìí wọ́n ń ṣàwọn èèyàn kékeré. Wọ́n ń ṣàwọn èèyàn kékeré náà ni. Àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn wọn ń ṣàwọn èèyàn kékeré torí tó wá ní pé èèyàn gidi ló wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ àbí tí ò bá ń ṣèyàn kékeré àbí tí ò bá ń ṣèyàn ńlá ló wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ẹni á ti sọ fún pé kọ́ kọ statement fún kókà kó dẹ̀ tán síbẹ̀. Àwọn yẹn máa dá stage máa sọ pé ìyẹn ń tọrẹ mà ni bàbá yẹn máa ń tọrẹ mà ni. So that's all I can say to it, Daddy Freeze.
We're struggling with the network. We're struggling with the network, but another lady has joined us. Kindly share Nkiru, if I got that correct. Nkiru, what are your thoughts? If you're watching on TikTok, please pop my money guns, support our channel. Big shout out to the people who have popped my money gun so far. Fury 3 popped 1 money gun and call me the champ. Call me the champ. Thank you so much. Okay, over to you, Nkiru. What are your thoughts? Kindly keep the conversation in English. They are complaining on TikTok, even though I understand Yoruba. And even though I don't encourage, I'm Yoruba, sometimes I speak Yoruba too. So go ahead, Nkiru.
Okay, Daddy Freeze, what I have to say is I think Bob allowed the hype to get into his head. He's now living for, because he's always talking about haters, and then he's always wanting to prove a point to the haters. And I feel like Bob has been on this streets of internet too long to be concerning himself with certain issues. There are things you look at and you just keep moving, because you make us, well, he says he's big and he has this house in Pinnock and all that. There are things that you should be above, but with all what we're seeing now, it's all just mouth. Because if you're owing somebody and the person is asking for their money, you need to be, you borrowed this money. When you came to the person, you were asking. When it was time to pay, you're now trying to be like, you don't know who I am. Go and do your worst. And then the worst has now put you into things that are just spiraling over, like it's one thing from this whole case is one thing to another. The information of where he was or how he served his term or where, nobody should have known that, because I'm sure even the godfather, whoever he is, we have people that already know who this person is just through the phone record. They already have that. I'm sure some people would have dug that out. So he's going to bring this person out, somebody that doesn't want to be known or doesn't want to be talked about. He's being talked about, and now you're making people everybody's looking for who this person is because you talk too much, because you feel like you're one of the girls. You want to be that it girl. You can be the it girl, but then there are things that you need to keep to yourself. This is supposed to be top, secret, like information that you will take to your, final place. But no, you want to let some people know that I didn't go where I was supposed to go because I was this, and then now, look at what is happening. But my question is, I don't know if I read the news correct. Yesterday, didn't the committee say that he spent his time in jail?
They said he enjoyed privileges.
So he enjoyed privileges. So I'm wondering so Bob didn't come to testify. We don't have any information of him giving them any information. So where did this investigation, how did they conclude this investigation? And then him now trying to flee when they're saying that, oh, he's done nothing wrong, that he served his term where he's supposed to be. He just enjoyed privileges. The way they're saying it is like there's nothing wrong with that. So why was he fleeing? Why was he leaving town? Because now I'm confused. I'm like, is there something? Because the report came out yesterday. The report came out yesterday, and then he was leaving.
And even I am a bit worried.
Sorry, Daddy Fritz, you were talking, so I was listening.
Even I am a bit worried. Why? Yeah, I'm saying even I am a bit worried. Why would he want to leave town through the back doors? Something is not adding up.
Okay, can I say something to that?
Yeah.
My suspicion is simple. They have hinted him something.
Go ahead, brother.
They have hinted him.
Yeah,
They have said something to him.
obviously he has an information that we don't have. And I'm sure that they just said to him. And remember, if you can remember, since the Dubai with his once best friend, he hasn't been out of the country for a good number of at least 2 years or 3 now. He hasn't been out of the country. Just think about it. He's been in Nigeria all this while. So all of a sudden he wants to leave and is leaving at midnight to neighboring.
What I was saying regarding my suspicion is not even about him. The godfather is trying to avoid this guy coming to testify or his name being continually dragged. So if he is not able to testify, all this will be quashed. They know what they are doing.
But they know that if they put this, they're probably telling him to leave town, because if they put him on stand, he's going to blab. He's not.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so it's not even about him anymore. It's about the godfather.
Yeah, you've heard him talk. He had an interview where he said, they asked him, were you in the female or male prison? He was like, oh, that's deep. I was in the male prison and I enjoyed it. Now, contrary to what the prison, whatever he said, he said he stayed in the male facility and he enjoyed it because they treated him so well. They were giving him stuff. And then the prison, controller came and said, oh, because he had a female, they couldn't put him in the. I mean, it's just, and then the committee has rushed the investigation, came up with a conclusion without him testifying, and they're feeding us that information and do this. She's trying to leave town.
They contradicted themselves. They've emphasized what might happen. They have seen the way this case is going, because obviously he was meant to have apologized. He didn't. If they take it forward, they will call witnesses, whatever. And don't forget, with the VDM, we still don't know about the second tape. He hasn't released it to us, so don't forget. So they don't even know what VDM has. So the best way they are trying to do now is for this our friend to jackpot, so that at least there won't be evidence.
He talked. I'm sure there are even more people that he spoke to while he wasn't meant to be talking to people. There will be a lot of tape out there from the kind of person that he is, because I understand him being bored, because to be honest, to be somewhere, because that's just confinement where, you're not talking. I understand him being bored, but you should know that this thing is like top secret. There are things that will happen that, listen, I have borrowed money from when I say my right ventricle, this person is my person. I could not sleep. I needed the money. And, my bank, I wanted to take out money, but I couldn't take out money from my bank. Didn't know what was happening. So she stepped in. And I just could not rest until that money. I was sending her a message, babe, please, just bear with me. Bear with me. That's how you do when you're owing somebody. You don't come and say, do your worst. This thing could have, do you know, if he had given the guy 2 million or 1 million and say, guy, please bear with me, it wouldn't have gone, this far. And now, look at the mess.
And do you know that, okay, we are focusing on Bob. It's not only about Bob alone. I'm telling you, even the EFCC could have advised him to jackpot, because some of us are against them as well.
We're having a lot of network issues. I think we're going to end here. I'm so sad I can't bring anybody.
He's not hearing us. What VDM has, they don't know. So,
One, what VDM has, we don't know. Secondly, the EFCC, they dropped the count of money laundering. Have they been able to put together his income to reflect his spendings, his
So
lifestyle?
it wasn't in his account, it was his brother's account. And then the VDM has told them to check the account, that let's see if the money,
No, it's not
all these things
about the money now. It's about the lifestyle. Being able to afford a property in Pinnock Estate. What does he do? He's an influencer. How many people has he influenced for in the whole year, 2 years? What is his income?
100 million.
Yes, what
he charges 100 million.
Listen. I'm not saying he's not charging, but what I'm saying is anybody can stand and say all this, but we need proof. Will you not be paying taxes? Will you not be paying taxes? So what taxes has he paid over these 1,200 million, 1 million, 1 billion he kept talking about? If you want to tell us about your income that is enabling all this lifestyle, you were able to build a house in Pinnock Estate or buy a land in Pinnock Estate. Do you know how much that is? So how much does he earn in a year? How much influences has he been, how much taxes has he been paying? All these things will come to limelight. So I'm trying to tell you that EFCC have a case themselves.
That's why
to answer. So everybody is trying to rubbish this case to dodge from all these allegations. EFCC, that I'm sure they could not defend. Secondly, the godfatherism, they don't want names mentioned anymore. Now with the VDM tape, we don't know all the names that were mentioned. So all of them are hinting this guy
My
to
dear brother, can you exit? My brother, can you exit?
He's on the radio.
Okay, what is your name? What is your name? Nkiru, what's your handle?
Oh, gorgeous. Do you want me to exit?
No. I want to know what his handle is so I can see if I can remove him here, which I've done. I didn't want to remove.
I think he's done.
I was enjoying your contribution. Because he's not talking. Then Shades of Grains wanted to come. Shades of Grain, are you still interested in coming? Shades of Grain, send me a request. Okay, guys.
Daddy Freeze, I'm from the same place as your wife. She's from Mocha now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She's here listening to you, doing her work by the side. Greet her in you people's village language.
Yes. So. And I think you were maybe 2 years or so my senior in UI.
Are you
serious? Yeah.
Somebody said, watching this dude is a waste of time. I can't sit back and be watching him trading insults. It's too childish. So what are you doing on my live? Let me just...
They like me. They shape it for them. Daddy, when you know, hold on. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you what they do on this your life. I've been following you for ages. You see, one of them like that, we throw all these tantrums because they wanted your reaction. Then they enjoy when you shape it for them in Yoruba. They enjoy when you shape it for them, or when you blast them in Yoruba. They want you to talk in Yoruba and blast them. They enjoy it. That's when they wind you up.
As long as I'm getting paid at the end of the day, I'm not angry.
Exactly. Some of them, they intentionally wind you up. I'm telling you. They do that. They want you to check in Yoruba.
To be honest, don't stop blocking them because that's what they want. So you give them a dose of what they want. And
do you speak Yoruba, Nkiru? Do you speak Yoruba?
I understand Yoruba very well. I speak like a non-Yoruba.
Oh, okay. Because
so
you tried. You tried very well. You over-tried, Seth. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, my sister. I'm proud of you.
Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba.
Thank you very much. You speak Hausa too?
Hi, good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Okay, good evening, my sister. What are your thoughts?
Oh, wow, really, My sisters have actually said it all because and you too, the prayer you made the other time, it's a very lovely one, you know. For me, at the beginning of this issue, I felt Bob was too confident and believed nothing was going to happen, you know. So the first meeting that he had, that he did not attend, after the meeting, he still felt nothing is going to happen, you know. So I think after calling him for the second meeting, that was when he knew, okay, I think this issue isn't going to die down soon. And that is why he had just decided to flee, you know. I was really, really surprised yesterday when I heard they saw him at the Semeboda, you know. And I laughed. And when I heard he was caught and held. But for me, I think I joined your live sometimes ago. I think he talks too much, actually, the way you said.
Yeah.
And we should be mindful of what we say, you know, and it is not everybody we have to talk to, because you don't know who is your friend, you know, you don't know who are your enemies, you know. So it was just, and then he actually wanted to tell people that, okay, I didn't go to prison. I'm a big boy. You know, nothing is gonna happen. So that is what actually dragged him to this mess. You understand? So for me, I just feel that we should be mindful of who we talk to and the people we associate with, because everybody is not our friend. So that is what I just have to say.
There's a lot of noise where you're
The
calling
person was
from.
a friend to him. The person was a friend to give someone 4 million. You understand? To borrow someone something, 4 million.
Now.
Yes, of course he tried, and I think the person actually knows the kind of person he is. That is the reason why he had to record his conversation.
His reputation precedes him. Do you understand? People, they already know, because really, if I'm not suspicious, then I won't be recording you. But I already suspect that this person, based on, you understand? Hence why they were recording, why he was being recorded. It's his reputation. So the guy wanted to hold something to be like, this is what I need for to be sure that I'll get my money back. And it didn't even work until he was trying to, to bring it out to the public.
Exactly.
That's when he.
Yeah, and it was too big to apologize. I don't even know who he is. For you to now say you didn't say it, it's so obvious. From they were just saying AI. Me from the beginning, I never.
AI. If you listen to AI, you will know, because you even hear the she'll get, as in all the. I don't have what to say AI there.
It was so glaring.
It's so glaring.
It wasn't any AI, you know.
Oh,
so instead, what he should have done was just let everything go. You know, just do what you're supposed to do and don't drag people into your mess, because this is messy. Really, it's becoming messy.
Bobrisky. The priest. Somebody said Bobrisky is pregnant. Don't stress her. Your commenters, they don't go everywhere. No.
Like I'm feeling for him. I'm like, well, as we speak now, I'm like, his state of mind. But then you'll be here thinking for him or feeling for him, and then he comes out and does something silly again. Do you know that when he came out, whether you went to, you went to the lodge or you went to the prison, do you know, if it was somebody that was being advised or somebody that has a okolo, you will take 1 month, just chill. Don't come and say anything. The party was not necessary. What was the party for? You're owing somebody 4 million. You're doing party where you have cake of 15 million. Even me, I go back. In fact, if they owe me 2,000, you do party of cake 5 million. I will be like, dude, can I have my money? You know. So what was the party for? What was all that boat this thing? Well, you don't need that. You don't need that.
Necessary, yeah.
Like I said, Bob is a weapons fashion. I mean, Idris is weapon fashioned against
Easy,
it.
that is free.
All right,
Your,
guys.
com-
This is how
your
far we
comment
can
and
go.
say
I'll talk to
Bob
you
just
guys
wanted to
later.
render
God bless
Lagos
you all.
motherless.
See you later. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Please note, views and opinions expressed in the course of this program do not represent that of WOTV. Therefore, this channel is not liable to any legal action that may result from this program.